Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. My name is Joel, and this is A Stable Life. Welcome back to a special morning here at Sunny Knoll Stables, because here today we are deworming our horses. What does that mean? Well, we'll talk about that as we are going through the morning, but to start, we have all of the hay in the stalls and the grain in the stalls. There are a couple horses that are being shod, S-H-O-D, here today. Their hooves are being worked on. They are in and currently being worked on as we speak. What is deworming? Basically, we're giving them some medicine to get rid of any pests or parasites that enter their digestive system and siphon off the valuable nutrients that we're feeding them. It prevents them from either keeping their weight or gaining the weight that they need, especially as we're moving into winter. And today we're getting rid of the parasite known as the tapeworm. The tapeworm is a pretty invasive species. We have to deal with it here in northeastern Pennsylvania, so it's important that we get rid of it. How do we do so? With these guys here, we're going to be using Equimax wormer, which does have ivermectin and praziquantel in it, and it's also apple flavored, so the horses like it. What we'll do is we'll take this little guy here and move this slider to the weight of the horse, and then take the tube and put it into the mouth of the horse, and then inject the dewormer into their mouths, where they then will swallow it into their digestive system. Afterwards, we then let them go to their stall, where they're able to eat their grain and their hay, which then further moves it into their digestive system, getting rid of the pest or parasite, which is then naturally removed. So we have everything ready. Let's get started with our first horses. Our first horse that we're gonna be working on this morning is Poncho. Come on over here into the light, Poncho. So each horse we're gonna bring in once at a time. We're gonna be starting here with Poncho, where we'll put a halter, and then for some horses a lead rope, but for Poncho here, since he's already in a stall, we're gonna just use a halter. And I'm gonna hold him, and then my mom will come in and adjust the tube of dewormer to his weight. Then we'll put it into his mouth and see how he does. Are you excited to be dewormed, Poncho? Sometimes the dewormer, it has a little bit of a numbing agent in it, which makes their tongues feel really weird. So that's why you'll notice they'll be acting a little odd. You ready, Poncho?
Hey, sweetheart.
Yeah, everything's okay, buddy. There we go. As you can see, she puts it right towards the back of the mouth. And then boom, right up to his weight, which, what is his weight?
1,100.
1,100 pounds. And he is a very good boy. You can see there he swallowed it. That's something we have to keep track of. Make sure they don't spit it out, because we're very limited on the dewormer that we have. We have to make sure that every bit we bought goes into them. So he's good. We'll take the halter off of him now, and we will feed him and then move on to the next horse. Poncho's about 1,000 pounds, but we gave him 1,100 pounds. We want to give him just a little bit more than what his actual weight is, because we want to make sure that we're able to kill the parasite, such as the tapeworm inside him. If we don't give him enough, the parasite is actually able to combat the medicine we give, and then is able to actually be stronger, which makes it harder to deworm him the next time. So it's very important you get your measurements exact.
That's a good boy, dude. Yes, you're such a good boy. Oh, that's a good boy, dude. Yeah, that's a good boy, dude.
Beautiful job.
Yeah.
Ready? Next up is Samson, and he's going to be getting 2 tubes because he's a big boy. Yeah. You like the taste, Samson? So far, we haven't had any spit ups,
Oh,
which is
don't
good.
bite it. Don't bite it. Samson.
Is it? Oh, yeah. Yeah, he bit that pretty good. There you go. 2 tubes, he's good. Good boy, Samson. Next up is Roni. He's going to be getting 1 tube.
All right, let's back him up so we don't bang his head. Yeah.
That's a good boy.
Yeah.
That's a good boy. Look at that.
Make sure he swallows, because
He's not swallowing.
Yeah.
Look at this. Come on.
There he goes. 1.
Come
A
on.
little bit more.
I am so sorry.
He's loving that taste. Oh, man.
He's like, Mom, you said this tasted good. Oh, Roni Pony.
Okay, now that's all of the horses that are inside the barn already, because as I mentioned, the farriers here are working on their hooves. It is another beautiful rainy day here in northeastern Pennsylvania. Are you guys seeing a theme? Because there's definitely a theme. Now, we can't let all of the horses in at once because they cannot eat before we give them the dewormer. We have to give them the dewormer first, and then they can eat. So we're gonna let all of them in, but we're gonna have the door closed. So then they're in this ring. I'm gonna then close this gate, because sometimes when you let the horses in and they realize what's going on, they say no, 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 and then they run back into the pasture. And especially on a rainy day like today, we do not wanna deal with that. So we're gonna let them in, close the gate behind. One at a time, we'll grab the horse and then put them in the barn and give them their medication. There you go. Good morning, gentlemen. They're gonna be a little confused here because this is a break from the norm. And then we'll close this right behind them. just like that. Now they're in the arena, and then I'm gonna grab one at a time. What do you say we start with George? Hey, George. You're such a good horse, George. Come on, bud. Come on, George. All right, for the rest of the filming, I'm gonna pass things off to Gavin, because I'm gonna need to focus and make sure I'm helping my mom. Here we go. Doesn't George just look so beautiful? It's really important that we speak in a calm demeanor so that they're calm. We don't want them to get nervous or anxious thinking that something bad's gonna happen. For the most part, my responsibilities here are to make sure that the horse does not trample my mom. And if they do not want to swallow it, I have to make sure that I hold their head high enough that they don't spit it out. But as you guys have seen, they've all been really good. We haven't really had any issues. Once they're dewormed, then all I'm gonna do is let them go and pass them off to Gavin, who's gonna make sure they make it to their stall. Go ahead, George. Next up is Jack, and we're oh, she's pushing it out a little bit. We're thinking Jack is gonna be around 1,000 pounds. Check this out. We have to scoop every drop up to make sure that we get it. That's how valuable this stuff is. We're thinking he's about 1,000 pounds. We're gonna give him 1,100 to make sure we get rid of that. And we're working on tapeworms, right? That's what we're working on getting rid of.
This is tapeworms and bot flies.
Tapeworms and bot flies, okay, very good. Jack's a veteran here. He's been through this many times, so he knows what's going on here. Good boy, Jack. And his reward is food. Next up is Champ. He's been through this a couple times as well, so we shouldn't have any issues. You'll notice a few times through the video, you'll see my hand. I am not squeezing them or hurting them in any way. All I'm doing is when I put my hand here, I'm making sure their heads do not go down. They will sometimes do that to be able to spit the wormer out. And if they're holding it in their mouths, they have to hold their heads up to make sure they're able to swallow. Good boy, good boy. Got a little bit of grass stuck in his teeth there. Good deal. Good boy. He swallowed it. So far, so good. You ready, Casino? Ready, Rebel? Ready, bud? I'm gonna have to do a lot of lighting correction in this. Come on. There we go. Good boy. Oh, this is going simple and smooth. I love it. There you go, bud. It doesn't get cold anymore. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Lost him.
Come on. All right. Good. And unsurprisingly, my dad's horse has given us the most trouble so far. And that's going to be it for the middle pasture herd. So that's good. Go ahead, Casino. Come on, Casino. Come on. Now that the middle field's all done, we're here with the big field. We've got a couple of horses that are here and a couple that are all down there eating hay. So we'll grab who's here and available, and then we'll play it by ear. So I'm thinking the first horse we're gonna grab, looks like it's gonna be Skywalker. Hey, Sky. Come here. Yeah, good boy. Good boy, Skywalker. Yeah, this is good for you, buddy. This is good for you. And my mom's gonna be my doorman here. Okay. Good deal. Good. Back. Back. Well. Good boy. It's okay. Okay. All right. Good stuff. Smooth. Today is going smooth. Now, I feel the need to tell you guys, my horse has also been a little bit of a brat, but he's still a good boy, so you know. Come on, Obi. Good. Sorry. That was probably the most exaggerated response of them all, which makes sense. Good boy. There you go, bud.
You're in the next one.
Now, a word of warning, he does blow up. So keep that in mind, okay?
This one does.
This one does blow up, at least when there's a trailer involved.
Oh, good boy.
It's just a plastic tube that's giving you apple flavored goodness. That's all it is. Oh boy. If you guys hear that banging in the background, that's William telling us that he's ready to go. We're still letting horses in. You're good, bud. There you go. You're good, buddy. You're good.
Hey, old timer, how are you, buddy, huh?
Now this is a veteran. Look at that.
Done.
So our next horse is Tucker, so we're just getting set up. We're gonna be doing 2 tubes, and we also need a bigger halter because Tucker's well, we all know how big Tucker is. So just so you guys know, I thought this is interesting. We put Samson's halter on him, and it doesn't fit. I couldn't hook it. When I mean his head is the size of a miniature donkey, I mean it.
Hi, big
Right,
guy.
Tucker?
Hi, sweetheart.
You're good.
Yeah.
You're good.
Hi.
All right, now you get double the flavor, double the power.
Oh, Joel, I'm not that big.
There you go.
One more.
There you go. Good.
Oh my God.
There you go. Attaboy. Attaboy. Yes, good.
Okay, he's got some swallowing to do, Joel.
Yeah. Ooh, come on, Terry. You can see by his eyes, he's a little freaked out, a little scared. All right. Just get it in there.
I did, but I just got a long too. Okay, he's done. He's done.
You got it on?
I did.
You are quick. You are very quick. Good job. Very good. And now for weather, yeah, this warmer was purchased before Tucker was here, so because of that, we're going to be giving him a lot of like short amounts of tubes that were left over from the other horses. So we're actually going to be working on him a lot, but Weather's a good horse for this, so this won't be that big of an issue. That's why it looks like we're giving him a lot, but in reality, it's not too much. There's just a little in each tube. There we go. That was a main tube. He's got the swirl technique. I kind of dig it. There we go. We just have enough. This was ordered 6 months ago before we realized Tucker was going to be here. That's why we have to be as tight as possible with our dewormer. Okay.
All right, we ready?
All right, we're good. We're good.
All right. Okay. Okay. Got it.
There we go. Oh, it felt that on my finger a little bit. That's good.
Well, I thought maybe you had some worms.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Good boy, Declan. Good boy. That wasn't that bad, huh? All right, Archer. I think he's going to be really good. He's super chill. We're good, Archer. Good boy.
Oh.
Last horse.
Can't fail.
Wow, saved the best for last. Look at that. Good boy, Archer. Good boy. Okay, good deal. So that means all of the animals at our stable have been dewormed, and that medicine will be working its way through their digestive system, with the exception of 2. Like I mentioned before, this dewormer was actually ordered 6 months ago for it to get here so that we had it. And because of Tucker showing up, we ended up not having enough to actually deworm the donkeys today. They will be dewormed, don't worry. And if we're able to get it on camera, we will. In order to keep this from becoming a bad situation, they are now going to be just in this pasture. We can't allow them to go into the left run because what can happen is you can deworm an animal, and if you only deworm 1 horse, and say you have 4 horses at your stable, and you deworm 2 of them, and the other 2 you deworm another time. What can happen is the horses that have been dewormed will be eating on the same pasture ground that the other 2 horses who have worms are. So the worms that are in the 2 horses can be transferred right back to the horses that have been dewormed, basically completely negating the effect of the medicine in getting rid of those pests. So since these 2 are considered active with pests and they potentially have them inside their bodies, we're keeping them locked to just this pasture so that that's not transferred to that pasture, where it could be transferred to Tucker or Poncho, and then thereby to the rest of the herd. But we just can't let them into the left run yet. So today they're gonna be just there and stuck here for just a little bit of time. I'm gonna go ahead and bring them in so you guys can see them, because guys, do you know what time it is?
Donkey time in the rain.
They didn't know that their grain got put in the stall. There you go. There you go, boys. So now everybody has been fed. That means we can now move on to the next part of today, which is manure day. However, you guys aren't gonna be seeing any of that because in one of my most recent videos, that was all the video was about, was manure day. So like I said, I'm kind of breaking it up. So we're gonna take care of that and we'll see you guys once we have that complete. And while Gavin's working on taking out manure, I'm loading him every time he comes back in the barn. I've got a part that came in here that we're gonna work on so we can get this water system up and running. About a few videos ago, you guys will remember that we put that coupling back on that Argento tripped into the fence there and kind of dislodged this one little section here. So I got a nice long Fernco coupling that's gonna work perfect for this. We'll be able to slide it right on both sides here and it'll allow the pipe to expand and contract as needed without breaking any more of the sections. Can I help you, Buster? Can I help you? There we go. Right on there. Move it down a little bit. There we go. That connects those two pieces quite nicely, and then all we have to do is tighten down these guys. I'm glad they make stuff like this. Just makes my job easier, that's for sure. Fixes that. Now we can run water through that nice and easy. Okay, so I came over here into the left run, taking a look at everything here, and I can very clearly see this needs some water. So we'll go ahead and turn that valve over there and get the water system running so that we can get this loaded up with water. Okay, so that means we're gonna be hooking up our left run hose, powering that up. You guys wanna come for a walk with me? Maybe they will, maybe they won't. And then once that valve's turned off, the water will fill up here and then run through this pipe via gravity over there and fill up that water trough. And once that's full, all I have to do is turn this valve, releasing the water in here. All of the water in this pump will just empty out into that water trough down there. There's gonna be no water sitting in here. And all of the water in this line going all the way up to the top will empty out here into this water trough. So there's no water in the line, therefore we don't need to worry about any problems with freezing. And so much better than bucketing water, which is what I had to do all last year. Gavin just finished up taking care of manure, and I just finished taking one round bale out. One, I know, that's all I needed to put out. There's just one left here from when I grabbed on that stockpile. So we're doing good on our round bales right now. I didn't put any large square bales out today because they're all under roof and they're fine, whereas these, as you can see, the spear made 3 holes in them, so I'm using these first because they're out in the weather and they're exposed. Right now, we look like we've got enough hay to get us through till about March. We need enough hay to get us through March and April. May is when we start getting hay coming in. Thankfully, in March, the grass starts growing, so the amount of hay that we use drops significantly. But we're still gonna be using hay in those months. We were thinking we're gonna need another 20 large square bales, but we're gonna be adjusting that number accordingly. So we have all of the horses turned out. You guys can see that looks like we got some rain moving in as well. It's supposed to be doing this all day today. And later this week, just continually, forever is what it feels like anyway. Couldn't get it at all during the summer when we needed it. Now we're getting it all in the month of December. But anyway, that's neither here nor there. This lower arena is going to be used for Samson. The mud's proving to be too much for his legs, and so we're going to put him up here in the dry. We're going to get Argento stall set up for Samson so he can actually just chill in here out of the weather. And he's got access to outside should he want it, if he doesn't feel like being cooped up in a stall all day. But that's pretty much it. Gavin's gonna take care of Samson and getting him all set up. I'm gonna grab a fork and work on cleaning out all the stalls. Because as you guys mentioned, it's crazy how that manure magically makes it into the muck buckets. I just never film any of us ever doing that. That's how it gets in there. It's gonna be on that awesome note, guys, that's gonna be where we're drawing an end to the video for today.
Be sure to like and subscribe to see more of this guy.
And as always, we'll see you in the next one. Nice. Did you guys think we would really end the video without showing you us deworming the donkeys? Come on. I also just wanted to point out, check it out guys, my wife's got a new pair of boots. As you can see, they're from a company called Hysea, and they're sending me a pair of boots as well. They're actually not sponsoring the video. We're not paid for it, and they didn't even ask us to make a video about them. All they asked us to do is just use them. So we're gonna be reviewing them. I figured no better real world test than on the stable, for sure. So I'll give you guys the real world results for how these boots do and how they hold up. Oh yeah, you don't like it, you don't like it. Make sure we hold the head up so he swallows, it's okay, it's all right. Good deal. He didn't spit any of it out. It's in his mouth. He did not like that. Good deal. So now we're gonna be moving on over to Rocky. Woo! Rocky, you ready? Good boy. Swallow. 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 Okay. Done. He really doesn't like the taste though. It's for your benefit, guys. It's for your benefit. Well, that went a lot better than we all thought, right?
What do you think, Buster?
I think we should let these guys out and get a drink and give them their food, huh?